Okay, so let's go back and look at this one. So this is where it starts. So right about here, we'll watch it.
Nice dashboard. Get you one, get you one.
And like, notice why I say like watching things at least 2 minutes before it happens is really important, because then you get more context, right? It's like, how could we have played this better in its entirety, right? Because I'm more so like looking at things for the macro perspective, and I'm not going to talk so much about the micro, right? Because you can figure that out. So here, right, Steve, hope you don't mind. I'm scrolling back.
No, I don't mind.
So it's like here, Wake should ward Pixel Bush. Yes, correct. The only real angle is Wukong to steal because Varus is too late for the team fight on time. So for this comment here, why is Varus late, right? Like, the only real angle is Wukong to steal, but that's not necessarily true. Well, Wukong, the only angle is steal because Varus is late. Why is Varus late? Varus is late because if you look here, right, which is like at this timestamp here, right, we have, for items at least, we see that he has what? Noon Quiver, the bow, and the cloak, right?
Yeah.
So how much more money does he need to complete Kraken?
Isn't it pretty cheap, like 400? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so how much more money does he need for boots, for Berserker's Greaves?
800?
Yeah.
So currently he has boots, right? So he needs a dagger, right? Plus daggers 300, plus 500 gold. So in total, I did my math wrong here. Edit. Oopsie doopsies. I wasn't
So he
dead.
needs 800 to finish boots and 400 for the item, so 1200.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, if you see here, if you look at the wave 2 right here at this point, we see that this is the normal wave that they're fighting on, right? And you know that the next wave, which has already spawned, by the way, you can double check there too, right? Just hover over your map and be like, what wave is this? You'll see that it's a cannon wave. So since we have our item breakpoint already, which is like, Kraken Slayer is pretty big, pretty big, right? And like having the boots, like having full boots would be nice, but it's not like super necessary. Would you agree?
Right, so you're saying that the time, like the opportunity to be there on time is worth more than finishing Berserker Greaves?
Yes,
Because
because
the
you already
window
have
is
enough
closed.
money for, because you already have money for, what's it called? Kraken. Because if you look here, right, it shows you that he would be in base with at least $1,450, right? Right here. So he's basing with an extra 250, but like, he got the
more.
wave. Yeah, more than that.
I had call because so it's extra 650.
Right. So you had more than enough money to complete both Kraken and your boots. And then you would have left your base with, because you finished those items, you're left with 250.
No, I would have. Call gives like 400 gold, right? Like,
here, watch
how much?
it changes right here.
Okay.
Right here. Right, but you didn't sell your call. That's how much you left base with.
Gotcha. But call gives 350, so I would be.
So you could have sold it if you wanted to.
That's true. So it would be equal. You're right. Yeah, that's my bad.
But the point here.
Did you finish it on that wave though? I think he had 3 call charges when Braum was getting away.
Yeah, I finished it on the wave that I pushed.
But it
I mean,
wasn't,
I still
even if
agree.
you had it, even if you wanted to finish it, it wasn't necessary to complete your Kraken. And on bonus of that, you also had enough money, even without finishing Cull, to buy boots too. So you didn't need to push the next wave and to hit the tower plate.
No, I wouldn't have had enough to finish boots without the call. But the Kraken point it still stands.
Yeah. So it's like having boots or not super like, it's worth, the
Yeah.
dragon is worth more than finishing boots because you would have still gotten the dagger either way, right?
Yeah. True.
And you would have had money for pink ward if you just bought the dagger. But anyways, like finishing Kraken important, anything else, not so much for this team fight when you know for a fact that your team is looking to fight this Drake. And you would have been here same time as their enemy bot lane, but you would have had positional advantage because you were first in the river. Right here, right? You're first in the river, and you would be, you would be like pretty much where Maokai is, right?
Yeah. No, it makes sense.
Yeah. Next, you have. Next, we talked about the Ornn TP, right? TPs is something that we need to be tracking as a team, right? And so if you know that Ornn has TP and he doesn't show top, where could he be?
I mean, he could be looking to teleport, or he could be walking down.
Yeah. So if he's not in lane, then he must be looking at Dragon, right? If this, then that, right? So, or if not this, then that, right? So I noticed on the map that we are questioning where Ornn is going, right? He bases, but we may not have seen that because I can't access what we see top, right? But then we're pinging that he's missing. But it like I said, it tells me that we are not actively thinking about where Ornn can be or how we should play this team fight, if that makes sense. Because it's something that we should have already known, that he's heading bot and Mal should TP immediately, right? We have nice wards for him as well, right? We have one like back here and over here, right? Further that way. And this is something that you can already be talking about to the team at least the minute 30, 2 minutes before Drake. Because at this point in the game, your wards last more than 90 seconds now, right?
Yeah, there.
Makes sense.
Actually, I don't think I know the actual duration of the item word. I know trinket is 90 seconds. Is it
It's
like 2.5 minutes?
I think it's
Or 3?
Scales with level.
105. Yeah, it's like 105 at level 9, I think.
Interesting. Yeah, I never actually looked at that info.
This is in my slideshow too. Here.
Yeah, it's just under 2
ideas.
minutes.
I have a slide here. I'll show you later. But it says here, right here. So
Okay,
surrounding
90 to
area
120.
90 to 120 based on average champion level. And then this one based on average recharge time. Right here. Let me find in here.
Yeah, but for the support item word though, I don't know. Teleport.
Right here. I think it would be the same time.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like it's longer. Maybe not.
We can
Yeah,
check
maybe it's
later.
not longer.
Items? Does it tell me?
I mean, if you did like steel shoulder guard or something on the wiki. I would probably have it. You could probably
With 3 wards in the stock, I think it would just count as a ward.
yeah, okay.
Here it just, I guess so. I think
And
so.
maybe it's the same. Maybe it's the same.
I think so. It would be the same duration because I don't see why they would code something different just for like one item when it does the same thing as the trinket ward.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Anyways, so you know that like you can be talking about like let's go to this slide to help give you context. I talked about this one, right? So like when you're doing like early game things, I would consider this still early because it's before like 14, right? So like which lanes have prio, which lanes can create prio, and like ward setup. Like say wave setup, and it kind of gets into like since it's like close to mid game, these things also like apply, right? So it's a place in time where like everything starts like melding together. So it's again like you can talk about warding, like hey, I know that our team or their team has TP. Like, do we want a flank ward? Do you want a ward behind us that you can TP? Like, what does Malphite want to do, right? Your champion role. What does Malphite want to do? What does our team want to do, right? So these are all things that you can be talking about before it happens. So like maybe if we went back to like way back here, right? It'd be like, hey, like I'm looking to, maybe you're saying like, hey, let's walk in with like Rumble since Rumble has his wave pushed and we know for a fact that bot lane's recalling, right? So relatively, it would be like safe for like Rumble and Maokai to walk together since Cassandra needs to shove wave, to like walk into their jungle, maybe put a ward down or something, be like, hey, like here's a TP ward, or like, hey, can you TP down for this Drake or whatever. These are all like things that we can be talking about way in advance, right? And then the whole fiasco of not knowing where Ornn went or like not setting this objective up and like not getting it wouldn't have happened, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
that
sure.
makes sense.
But yeah, my inference at least is from the number of pings that we pinged that he was missing top tells me that we didn't really talk about it and we didn't think about it. And it's like, in solo queue when somebody pings missing like 5 different times, it's like, where did they go, right? So it's like, whereas like if it's like,
Yeah.
oh, he's missing from top, we ping it one time, right? But if it's something we really don't know, we like ping it a massively amount of times, right? See, that's
Very
Yeah.
like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But he maxed out his pings probably right there, So yeah, it's just like, just talking about it in advance. Any questions or things you want to talk about there?
None from me.
I guess when it comes to comms, who do you think should be the most responsible for keeping track of the teleport cooldown? Like mid to mid, top to top, and then just relay that to the team, or do you think that it should just be whoever's like able to keep track?
Personally, it's like typically I would say because there's a lot going on that the support and jungle needs to take care of, and so like to help lessen the burden on the team and these like 2 members to like make important calls, it would be helpful for the team to contribute and be like, hey, like they use TP, it'll be back up at this time. And sure, yeah, the support can type it in the chat, but it's important because like nobody can be watching the map at all times, but it's everybody's responsibility, especially the opposing leaders, to like communicate that they used the ability and like when it'll be back up, right?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And the entire team to like remind the team about it if like the support or the jungler or somebody like forgets about it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that whole team fight would have turned out differently. We'll move on to 1704. Context matters, so we'll start watching from here. It would be good next time to have broadcast have the timers over here, if you know what I mean.
Oh, objective spawn.
Yeah, yeah. We see Karthus top here.
Oh, they do in the top left and the top right.
Oh, in the top right. Oh, I see it now. Okay, so we see here that they're all walking here a minute. It's already like we should be talking about it at least 2 minutes in advance, right? So yeah, we do the thing here and we're talking about, hey, after we take this herald, what do we like before you even finish taking it? It's like, what do you want to do? What do you want to use it for, right? If dragon's spawning in a minute 30 and you can hold it in your herald in your inventory for a while, like what do you want to do with it, right? So in this case, we go top. We spend some time going top. We don't really do anything. We know that dragon's spawning super soon. So we could be recalled by now and walking towards Drake as a team. I would like to see the items. Okay, what do you notice? That's really bad right now.
Let's see. I mean, it looks like item completion is pretty even across the board between both teams. Well, actually, there's no mythic on Rumble, but Demonic's pretty good to get first, right?
You're not quite there. Something that is catastrophically not okay.
What? Not okay for blue?
Oh, is it our lack of pink wards?
That's a problem, but you're really close.
Okay, catastrophically. I actually am not sure, to be honest.
Okay, which one of these is missing?
Champ and roll? Oh wait, I didn't look at Maokai's item. Okay, he has no wards available.
Isn't that's pretty catastrophic, no?
Yeah, I didn't even look at his wards. I thought, yeah, he has no wards available.
So at this point, that's something already to be talking about, right? Like when we're taking Herald, when we're taking the Herald, right? It's like, oh, I don't have wards, right? And like Maokai, sure, he doesn't need to be helping because we know that we don't see anybody and it's not like super necessary. We can be like doing whatever. We could even be like recalling right now, doing whatever, right? We could recall with like Wukong and then it finishes now. It takes 8 seconds to base, and we're back on the map at least a minute before it spawns with wards, with like, new purchases. We are fresh out of the oven, right?
Yeah.
Everybody together. It's because like Varus just came out, right? Imagine if we just like, came back on the map and are on the map right now. We would be on the map right now. In the bot river. And then in addition to that, we see Karthus topside with our wards that we placed earlier. So this is like, we walk into their jungle right now for free. And like, they don't get to walk in. Like think about their team. And our team, do they get to walk into no vision places for free?
No.
No,
No. So who gets the setup first?
us.
Us. So is this free Drake?
Looks it. Yeah,
Should be,
should be.
The only thing that can make it kind of scary is the red side wards for TPs, but I think that they actually expire.
Yeah, and it's not something like you can, that's why pinks are important, right? Like if everyone has a pink, right? Everyone bases here because it shows the money at some point. With enough money to buy a pink, like everyone has pinks right now. See, like everyone on the map has a pink, right? And everyone, like we have scanner on 2 champions, right? It's like we can just scan as we walk or put pink wards as we walk, right? Like our pink wards don't need to be like stationary. We can like put it down at one bush, and then we can put another one down further up. And sure, yeah, it gets rid of that pink ward that we had in the bush, but at least we know for a fact that there was no vision in there, right?
Yeah.
So all of this doesn't happen because they simply do not get to walk, period.
I don't see stats.
Right? We just hold, right? We also have Herald, right? So we just choke the 2 entry points, and we have just like perma push mid, right? Whether we use Herald, right? That's just a guaranteed push mid as well. So you force them to make an ugly choice of either responding to Herald or getting Drake, but both are bad because they have no vision whatsoever, and they just simply don't get to walk up at all.
Makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
And then in this case, right, we can be here, right? But we are also paying attention to how the enemy team moves, right? So, and we would have their entire bot side warded, right? So that's maybe like stuff here, stuff here. We're watching for Cassante flank, right? Because we know they don't have vision behind us. We're watching for Cassante flank. So we're watching how he moves, and we deny his movement. So somebody can be denying his movement, and somebody else could be protecting Varus, and everybody else denies information.
Makes sense. So they wouldn't know what we're doing.
Yeah, they wouldn't know who's where, who's doing what, right? Imagine, let's see here. If we just have like vision denial here, we don't need Wukong to show up anywhere, right? Maybe I think Wukong shows up on vision because he wards this. It seems like it. Can't tell. But this guy gets to walk up and ward here, and they get to see where everybody else is on the map. Right? Wukong shows here too. And then they have a ward here in this bush, so they know where Rumble is. So therefore, Cassante, and then sees 3 on mid. Cassante gets to walk up for free after seeing Wukong in this section here, but he shouldn't be able to walk up through here whatsoever at all. Gets to peek for free, and then he gets behind us for a flank, which would not have happened if we had better vision, if we just recalled sooner.
Makes sense.
Any questions?
No.
I have one regarding Rumble for the Dragon. Since Rumble's ult is so strong, if they try to walk into the entrances, how exactly should Rumble be trying to set that up? Because like if Rumble just shows up and protects the entrances, then Cassante can shove, which is fine. We get the Dragon, right? But is there anything that I'm missing about that, or generally is it just right for Rumble to just show up and be ready to punish them?
Rumble can move with Cryo though, right?
I think like in this instance, we like since like Rumble has Prio, which he evidently does because he's here for this fight, right? We'll just use this still frame as a map, right? So if we control, if we can control this entire area, hopefully you see my mouse of the map, right? We can put a pink ward right here to deny any wards in this area, right? And then Rumble can just sit here, and he can either ult here or ult over there, depending on where people come from.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I was wondering if there's like how Rumble knows that it's safe to come, like in relation to the wave state. Like obviously, if you just shove, then you can move, right? But like, what if it's a situation where Rumble has to choose between moving first, and giving up the shove, or moving late and getting the shove? Is it always better to just move first?
I think like Rumble inherently has better wave clear, right? So it's something that, like, first of all, the wave should be prepped in a way so that he shouldn't be needing to make these decisions. But if it
Yeah.
does happen, then you have to consider, can I put myself and my team in a winning position against their team where like Cassante gets to walk into us, and what can we do about it? If we can't do anything about it, then we just peace out.
Okay, that makes sense. So
Yeah.
it really just depends on the situation.
Yeah, I think so. But in this situation, like Rumble, I don't think, like with the conditions that Ra was talking about earlier, if we properly set up vision control and established like Wukong was like playing in this flex area where he doesn't need to be shadowing me mid and he can be just like unknown, then Rumble should be able to just safely push the wave and then walk to Drake and then go back and forth if he needs to.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
because this entire area in their bot side would be lit up like a torch.
Yeah. So
'Cause
we
everyone
see
has a pink
Cassante
ward
move
too.
before.
It
Yeah.
even happens.
I know,
Yeah.
guys, we can do this.
Gotcha.
Damn. Wow. Well, you could just make our objective take so much safer, so much easier.
Dude, that's what I've been calling every time I've literally.
So we talked about this, right? This is like micro, but that's something, like we want to position ourselves like what's our job, right? Like I have in this slide, like what's my champion, what do I want to do, right? Like as Maokai, yeah, you want to like position yourself to like maximize your R, and you can even layer that with like Rumble ult and stuff, right? And since you're in
Yeah.
a position where you don't need to, if we set vision up properly, you don't need to be peeling, then you can just be looking to deny entrance, right?
Yeah.
So we just be zoning in that instance.
I think we gotta
Any questions or moving on?
No questions. Heard.
No questions.
Do you like how that whole discussion is due to something that happened 2 minutes before it actually happened?
Yeah.
I mean, the context is important, like you said.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we've seen it in like pro play where teams will like they won't set up properly and they won't follow the steps of the game just through the waves, and they get like they'll be winning in kills and even like a dragon or two, but they'll be behind like 3 or 4k gold because of not properly managing waves and setting up. Like it's usually when it's like a worse region into like a better region, like wild card into like KR or something.
watch.
Also, when we have a Karthus on the enemy team, it might not be a bad idea to build Locket or Redemption, right?
Yeah.
So imagine we're full HP right now, right?
Yeah.
Baron vision is okay, but maybe could have swept opponent's vision more. Burn turned. He wants to burn Baron on the Braum recent timer. Yes. So Maokai should be playing to zone the opponent with saplings and his R, and stand close to distract them in general. Easier done with more vision denial. True. Maokai R not fast enough to deny the opponent's entrance to the smite timer, even though it worked. So let's watch that again. Yeah. So
Yeah.
could be used to like zone, like even like right now or even a few seconds earlier. I can't really tell what's happening up there because we're watching bot fight. Maybe there's a replay. Thoughts?
Yeah, it's there might be a replay actually. I don't know. I didn't play, so I don't have the perspective.
I don't think there is, but let's watch the little minions on the map. So here, right, we know that they have based. We could, and we know that they see us because there's little mini wards here, right, that show us that they know that we walked in to them doing this, so they know for a fact. So we have, who's on this? Wukong. Malphite's not here. It doesn't seem like Maokai needs to tank this either, right?
I don't think he was tanking.
But if he's inside the pit, even if he's not tanking, he's inside the pit. He can be somewhere else. Maybe he's looking to go over the wall, right? I guess he planted a sapling, but that's something he could have done potentially like earlier, right? Anytime, right? Anytime. Put a ward, sapling, anywhere, everywhere you want to. You have enough time, right? So you can just be standing to like zone, or we can even be over the wall if you want to. You're tanky enough, right? Just like to be a nuisance,
Well, that's kind of bug.
right?
Yeah.
But then your season, for some reason, they changed like
Let's move on.
people that are in diamond in best 50 wins.
26-38. What's going on?
There were like 3 barons in this game. And like 7 dragons or something. Like crazy.
We see Ornn on bot wave. That's illegal now. Them doing this shit, illegal. We punish. Okay, good
No,
enough.
I die.
But right here, right when we see this, him on the wave,
I hate this game.
Yeah, I'm
Right?
calling for engage, and
Right here.
I go, which is a problem.
yeah. So like right here, that's something that we can be talking about, looking at, right? Before it happens, because they have the way that they're moving gives us the body language that they want to walk in through their jungle, right? So it's like Rumble would be like, I'm pushing bot. Someone has to contest this wave, or I take inhib, right? So you can be like, hey, if someone shows here, you could look to fight. I'm assuming we are stronger, which is completely the case. You can look to fight a 4v4 if you think that you can win. Right? And it's just something like a go button that you can communicate with your team before it happens, right? So a go button to look out for. Right? Because then maybe we are further up and we aren't recalling and we're contesting this safely, contesting position advantage.
Yeah, true.
And then lock it. Redemption.
Yeah.
Right?
That makes sense. I think the Rumble ult here is good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, why? How come? Okay, we can start this. We do this without what?
We
Varus.
don't set up vision control. We don't sweep for TP wards, and
Wait.
yeah, also Varus.
I mean, Varus is dead here, so I think they were trying to just deny the opponent from taking Baron.
Yeah, so we know where it's warded. We see this ward if they place it, I think. Maybe not. But it's important to like clear out vision. And well, if they have TPs, then it's like clear vision. But if they don't have TPs, then it doesn't really matter because you'll see them coming, right? But we would be able to track
Yeah.
TPs.
I think with them TPing in, I don't know if they knew that Xayah and Braum had based, but if they did know, then they should look to turn on the TPs because it's like 4v3 with Varus coming.
They know. They're basing on this ward.
Well, that ward doesn't reveal because it's not in
Yeah,
the bush.
I don't think it's in the bush either.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
they
can
didn't
put
see
it
it.
in the bush.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can put it.
Malphite missed the placement of that one.
It's a hard one.
No, it's not.
No.
That one is very easy.
Easy.
Okay, come on.
No, it's not hard. That one's easy.
But either way, Braum was like 2 HP, so. And in this instance, since we already have enough, like decent enough vision, I guess, you know, we don't need to be like hitting. The people who don't need to be hitting don't need to be hitting, right?
Yeah.
And can be like scouting or like clearing vision because we in
Getting
fact
ready to
have
turn.
a pink ward, right? And we have like a scanner.
Yeah.
This entire game is just time versus resources versus time versus resources. I think you talked about the last one here, which is 27 something.
Yeah, I finished game 1, and then I was like, it's like 6 in the morning.
Yeah. Okay, that's about it, right? Or this one. We can watch this one.
Yeah, I think we have a game in 25 minutes, so I probably need to make a drink in a second.
Sure, this is the last one. What happened here? We did Baron. Okay, we're walking straight here together as a team. I don't know, what could we have done?
I think I wrote just push mid.
Oh,
Just push mid.
I know what we could do. Does Maokai need to? What's Maokai's job right now?
Set up vision.
Set up vision. Okay. After this team fight, does he need to be hitting the Baron?
No, just recall. Get your wards. Go towards Drake.
Yeah. So right now, I guess like if we wanted to guarantee this, maybe then we would have like. I mean, I guess we take the inhib, but we burned Flash and TP. Was it worth if we just took Baron and pushed together?
Probably not.
Not worth.
So you can just have Maokai tank, Malphite tank, Maokai bases immediately, like right here. He has 30 seconds? That's like basically their respawn timer. So he gets to walk, he's in here before they even respawn, right? And he gets to put wards wherever he likes, everywhere and anywhere he wants. Right? And then he's already here, sitting in somewhere in bush or in river or whatever, and he's ready to play. Imagine if there's like saplings here and everything. Then they're scared.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean even so, I think when you have Baron and the opponent is like all inning on the dragon, just push mid with the wave.
I think
If
you
you're-
can
if you
get
can't-
both for free.
Yeah,
If
it's our
Oh,
you
yeah,
just
I mean-
have better vision, and vision
Yeah,
denial,
yeah.
right?
I'm just saying because they didn't set up the vision in time and everything, that they should have made the call to shove mid instead of contest.
Sure.
Because they don't have control of the dragon.
I mean, like, they're pretty low, so it's just like a skill thing now, no? I think. But yeah, you could use like Baron to get mid tower. It's like I think any choice is like okay, but the better choice would have been to base, right?
Yeah. I mean, either way, like pushing mid could still be accomplished with Maokai basing, because having more information on the enemy team walking through their jungle helps you as well.
Yeah. And then the game ends somehow. We're just better players for this team fight, I guess, and the game ends. Or is there more? Oh, the team fight happens and the game just ends.
This game goes for a while.
Yeah, it does go for a while.
There's another dragon.
Yeah, we like to throw.
I don't know what kind of Wii you're talking about. I didn't play this
Oh.
one, Astro. So
Press tab. Press tab when you play the game. If there's any like Zanya's Guardians, the mass ping that, right? Then we don't go on the Karthus here, right? Or we are just saying he has stopwatch. Maybe we watch a little bit better, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, the roll's fine, but then after that, he's just gonna stopwatch, right?
Hey guys, just so y'all know, game starts in 20 minutes, so
yeah, I
we're
got
gonna,
it.
yeah, we're gonna move over soon. But if you guys want to move up soon, like not an immediate rush, but we're gonna move into AML soon and have the pregame talk and everything. So
Yeah, I
Sounds
gotta
good.
make coffee really quick too.
Okay,
okay,
I think,
we're gonna move up.
All right, yeah. Thanks for all the help, Brian. It was pretty
You're
fun.
welcome. Okay, before you go, really important, look at what? This slide. These two slides, and then you're golden, okay? This slide and this slide, okay? That's it. That's all you have to know about
Okay.
objectives.
I'm opening them.
That's it.
I'm putting them on my second
Okay.
monitor right
Yeah.
now.
That's it. That's all you gotta know. Okay?
Okay, heard.
Okay.
Heard.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Wish us luck.
I'll be back in like 5 minutes, Mitch.
Okay, I'll be watching.
Sounds good.
Sounds
All right. Bye-bye.
See ya.